Hey everyone, Sir Jellybean here, and we are here with a brand new game, Operation Polygon Storm. And this is the absolute epitome of simplicity is bliss. Absolutely loving this game. Did recently get it for free, I'll come clean on that. But I'm really enjoying it. So what do I enjoy about it? It's simple to learn, hard to master. It's basically, it looks like a tower defense game, but it's far more in depth. The fact that you can actually move your units around, and there's various different types of units, and as you can see coming up here, it's quite brutal. The enemy does use airstrikes, you have a lot of combat. Basically, it's a tug-of-war game. But you also have your setup here, like for instance, you have your various units, your infantry, your armour, your artillery, your claymores, your fortifications. And this is fairly early on in the game. I think this is the second mission. But there's a lot of variety. And even when you're in the match, you can kind of mix and match what units you want to deploy. Do you want to go more infantry heavy? Do you want to use your snipers? Do you want to use your shields? And the AI is tough. They don't pull many punches. You know, they do get stuck in. They do cause a lot of casualties to you, and you'll cause a lot to them. And they tend to get a lot more units than you. And that's what I like about it. It's not just that as well. They will pull out armoured vehicles, like armoured personnel carriers, when you don't have them. So you are kind of fighting an uphill battle, which is good, because obviously a human player is almost smarter than the AI. What I also like is the enemy drops in these airstrikes. There is no kind of like, oh, we've given you these airstrikes, the AI doesn't get them. They drop them, they smash you to pieces, and they really do punish you, which is really cool. I also like the maps as well. As you can see, you get these nice kind of desert maps. As you'll see soon, we get like a nice cool night urban map. And the terrain's destroyable, which I like. Even though people say, oh, well, it's pixelated, yeah, but there's many games like this where they don't put much effort in. As you can see, little armoured truck pulling in from the side. These kind of random event things do happen in the matches, so it always keeps you on your toes. And it's very tough. I've actually had to do some of the missions on easy and then come back to them when I had better units do them on medium or hard, because it is not that easy. And as you can see, we're on this like nighttime map here. And this is about kind of third or fourth mission in the game. We have infantry, we have armour, we have the artillery, we have the claymores. And we're fighting the enemy quite effectively, but then they start pulling out some of the bigger guns. You do come up against like enemy bosses, enemy armoured vehicles, airstrikes. And also, because it's capture the flag, it's a tug-of-war game, as you approach the base, they tend to have these towers, which you'll see at the edges, which constantly spray you with machine gun fire. So it is tough, and it's simple, it's fun, and yeah, it is actually a really good game. It's better than I thought it would be. Like, when I got given it, I thought, oh, it's just going to be a tower defense game. But the fact that you can move your units back and forth, and you do need to, sometimes you do really well, and it'll say massive wave approaching, like now, and there's a boss, this guy called Bear, he has a minigun and a rocket launcher. And if you don't shore up your defensive, you don't have a fairly good defensive line with infantry, as you can see there, I just lost a vehicle, you are going to lose a lot of troops. And if you lose too many and the enemy stacks up too much, they will simply push into your base and you won't be able to complete the mission. There is a bit of a point where overwhelming force becomes unstoppable. So you definitely have to kind of make sure that you stack up enough stuff, and sometimes you do have to retreat. You can't just keep sending endless waves of troops, because as you can see here, look at this Bear with a minigun and a rocket launcher. He's chewing through our troops with his support elements. And he's got a massive pool of health, and we're having to kind of like slowly attack him, and I'm having to keep dropping mortars on him when I've got them. I'm even dropping claymores down to try and slow down their infantry. So there's lots of different abilities and tactics to use. And obviously, as you get further in the game, I think there's even oil spills and other kind of airstrikes. But yeah, I thought it was really fun. I quite enjoyed it. I like the pixelated graphics, reminds me of RimWorld, which is good. And it does kind of, I do kind of like how it's simple. You can jump into a match in about 60 seconds, maybe a minute. It's not like Ostfront, where I do like Ostfront, obviously I play a lot of that, but you can just jump on the computer for 20 minutes and go, I'm going to play a bit of Polygon Storm. So it is nice for a bit of an arcadey feel, but it wasn't as easy as I thought. And it definitely punished me early on when I thought I could just charge it with endless waves, because I lost quite a few missions. But yeah, Operation Polygon Storm, it's a great little game. I definitely think it's worth the money. It is available at Steam Store for, I'm going to pull it up now because I didn't actually check because I am a tool. Now, it is available for the cost of... Oh, it's a demo. It's out on the 12th of August, so I don't know how much it's going to cost. I don't imagine it will be too much. It'll probably be about £10 or something, so it'll probably be quite cheap, which is fair. Price of £2 a beer, and you'll definitely get a couple hours of playthrough for it. So yeah, a great little game, especially if you've got some younger gamers or people just getting into gaming. Maybe give them a present, maybe say, oh, look, try this out and see what you think. I do think it's a nice entry to strategy. And yeah, I just enjoyed it, and thanks again to, I believe it was Mike Pose, for giving me the game and letting me review it. I don't think I really found any downsides. It's going to be a fairly cheap game. It's designed to be arcadey and simple. I just think it hits all the boxes for that, and it was fun. If anything, the only thing I'd like is active pause, because obviously you can pause the game by pressing escape in the menu, but there's no active pause to give orders. I think it would be quite useful in this kind of game because there is quite a lot going on at times. But apart from that, yeah, I think it's a fantastic little game. I really enjoyed it, and I will be playing more of it. I want to kind of complete it myself, not for the channel, just because I enjoyed it. as a little a chill game that was quite interesting and fun. Anyway, yep, Operation Polygon Storm. I'll link it in the comments. Do tell me if you've played it or you played the demo. Obviously, try the demo before you buy it always. And yeah, thanks for watching the review, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you on the next one. You guys have a fantastic evening.